At this point, Chase is absolutely my biggest threat to Carly. You know, I can be the nice guy and I can just concede it to Chase and say, do you know what? You do your thing. But that's just not the kind of guy I am.
Chase is like the bomb.
Yeah. Chase is very nice.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is? Yo, the note went all the way off. Let me try that again. Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know. Anyway, listen, we're talking to you guys today about Too Hot to Handle. We're dealing with season 2, episode 1. We're dealing with Nathan, Carly, and Chase. Yes, Nathan is in pursuit of Carly, but Chase is in the driving seat. So it's really interesting because I think Nathan and Chase are both fine specimens in their own right. But what was interesting about Nathan was how quickly he squared and wanted Carly. Right, there's nothing wrong. He came in with like a wrecking ball. Grabbed asses of both Carly and Melinda, showed that he had that vibe, but quickly gravitated. And you know what's really interesting? When I watched it, the very opening scene when he popped in, it was like the moment I don't know what was said, but when something was said, he said, "I'm gonna go over here to onto Carly then," and I said to myself, he's made a decision already, right? But I said, I haven't got enough evidence to say that. And then later on, we see him saying, oh, Carly's my ideal type. And I said, oh, that's he, darling. He's saying that's my ideal type. That's where it's going to get along. And it did. It got along because the guy decided that, he wanted Carly over all the other women. And I was like, yo, sir, I think you're doing a little bit too much too soon. You know what I mean? And so let's just break these guys down. Let's look at a clip first of all where he does say that obviously Carly is his ideal type of girl. And I knew it was coming, and I said, oh bro, like you've cornered yourself, bro. When you do that, yeah, you mess up the thing, man. Listen to this.
All right, gents and ladies, I'm gonna teach them how to do a little stripper move.
Seems after all that heavy lifting, our cowboy stripper's feeling frisky.
Now, this is before he begins to explain his thoughts, but he's letting them know that, hey, look, you know what, that he's gonna do a little stripper stuff, right? He wants to be able to, show off some moves, okay? And the reason why he wants to show off to Carly and show that he's the bigger man and he's the one that she must want, right? And it's kind of peak because I was like, yeah, he may be doing a little bit too much. He might not realize this. Why do I say that? Because the way Chase came in and stole her in an instant made you think, rah, so if that's the case, then, all that effort that you put into there, bro, was for nothing in a sense, right? But listen to this. Just listen to this.
Knew there were going to be gorgeous women here, but I did not expect to have my ideal woman just stood right there. So time to work my magic on Carly.
Okay, it's day one, so it's like, yo, I hear that, but now he said ideal woman right there. What I'm thinking, and obviously, like this game I'm sure will change, but what was gonna be problematic in a sense was the fact that because he's shown that energy, and we know the kind of woman that Carly is, right? She's let us know that she's a man eater. She's somebody who has dumped her last boyfriend and has made her other guy, has literally made the other guy watch her get another guy. And it's like, what? Like, what kind of madness is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to this. It's mad.
I hate rules, and I do not follow them.
Let me pause there. So she hates rules and doesn't follow them, right? She's bad girl, okay? Now, the bad girl meets Nathan, who is finding her to be the ideal girl. And she already knows she just wants to flirt and have fun. We got a problem. We know how it's going to end, baby. We know how it's going to end. It's going to end badly, right? Bad girl meets guy who is infatuated, who shouldn't be infatuated, who should be strong and assertive and masculine and seemingly not caring and unemotional. And that's not the guy he is, right? He's actually a good guy, I think, or a nice guy in underneath all the muscles and all underneath all the stripper stuff, right? Because somebody who is like somebody who is meant to be the stripper and has supposedly has an image of sleeping with women and pleasing them, and all of a sudden the guy's met one girl after 1 minute and says, I've met the dream girl of my life. My guy, how do you get there? How did you come to that point? Yeah, how do you come to that point? Let me know how you came to that point, right? So listen, let's just watch a little bit here of what she says.
I'm a little bit of a man eater, just a little bit.
So she's your typical man-eater girl, bad girl. I'm gonna take you out kind of girl. Don't think you're wonderful, because guess what? When you do, I'm gonna choose someone else kind of girl. I'm the girl that's gonna, say I like you and then, and then pretty much dump you later on. That's the kind of promotion she's given, right? So it's going to be so interesting the rest of the show, how she actually plays and whether she really is about that life. Let's watch a bit more.
Usually what I look for in a guy is just like a one-night hangout. Commitment kind of scares me. I've committed like probably twice.
Now, okay, so she's got commitment issues, okay? And we know that Nathan, I'll show you the clip later on where he talks about how he had his heart broken. And I looked at him, and when he said that, I said, ooh. And the reason why I said ooh, because that usually indicates something. Had his heart broken. So the bad boy act, you got two types when they get their heart broken. The guy that actually becomes a bad boy and is a bad boy, and the guy that actually isn't a bad boy, had his heart broken, pretends to be a bad boy, but when he gets into a relationship, suddenly the wall of bad boy falls away. And I think he's the second one. The reason why I think that is because of how quickly he wanted to corner Carly and become tried to get into Carly's, I don't even say pants, but tried to get into Carly's not even get to try and get with Carly. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, it was so quick, and I was like, bro, like, you're supposed to be the bad guy, right? You're supposed to be the bad boy, stripper guy, and he's not doing that. And guess what? If she really is the bad girl, he's done for. Absolutely done for. A little bit last bit of this, what she's saying, and let's get on.
I was with my ex-boyfriend at a bar, and I left him and was with a guy in front of him that I used to see before him, in front of his face. I'm crazy.
She thinks she's crazy because she left her current man to be with another guy in front of him. Hey, listen. She's not here for a long time. She's here for a good time. I can't get on her. Okay, I can't get on her. She's not here for a long time. She's here for a good time, isn't it? So let's listen to a little bit of his particular outing as well about his heartbreak.
America, it's an English guy and a cowboy, so I thought, let's combine the two. I did have my heart broken, so I feel like I deserve casual sex wherever I want, whenever I want.
I had my heart broken, and I feel like I deserve casual sex whenever I want. Just a little bit creepy, just the way he said it. I'm sure that's not what he meant, but it just sounded a little bit off. I deserve a level of entitlement. Gotta watch out for that, brother. That don't sound right, to have that kind of energy where you say, I deserve sex because I had my heart broken. Like, oh, just a little bit scary, sir. Just a little bit. I hope that's not what I don't think that's what you meant, but just a little bit scary, sir, to say them bars right there. And so and this is the thing about relationships, dating at least, her non-committal energy is going to meet his want to be wanted and needed, right? And to care. This is how good guys oftentimes meet bad girls, and then they get ruined by the bad girl, right? And vice versa. Good girls meet these bad guys because both parties are looking for something in the other person. The girls are looking for that security. They're looking for they're looking for that energy, that they're looking for that nice vibe where I say that they are confident and know what they want, assertive, etc. And the same vice versa when the bad girl meets the good guy just wants to be able to be the one to save the bad girl from herself. So both parties have issues when they're dealing with each other, the good girl versus bad boy, or bad boy versus good girl, either way, right? And so the trouble here is that it's not just him now. He's got Chase on his tail. And listen, it did not take Chase very long, okay, to get involved with Carly. Okay, now do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the guy that the girls play with but don't marry. That's who I say Chase with. Okay, the guys who that she will date and flirt and have sex with is different from who she marries. She marries Nathan, but she has sex with Chase. Yeah, I'll give you an example why. Let's look at her interaction from the beginning with Chase, right? You don't have to believe these. Sometimes you have to believe these girls. They be lying, cuz. They be lying, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be telling you one thing and meaning the other. Her first interaction with Chase. Let's have a look at it from here, right? Okay. Oh, I'm going too far. I just need to go a little bit back. This is the problem when you have this thing. Okay, so just listen to this part here. She's about to... He's introduced himself. He's now coming to the fray. And she's about to talk about footballers, right? And listen to her response. And when I show you the clip after where they ended up, listen to what is... Deep what's happening here. Deep what's really happening here. Look.
Most faithful dudes, you know what I'm saying?
No, they're not. They're honest. Oh, my God.
You speaking from experience or what?
Experience for sure. Are you kidding me?
Looks like you got some work to do before you reach her end zone.
So she actually, I kind of missed that part where she actually said she doesn't like football players. And then he then had to explain, oh, but football players are faithful, rah, 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 right? But you saw a little lip bite at the very end, okay? So that's the bad girl now playing, right? She wants to have fun, okay? So now she's saying, oh, yeah, I don't do football players. They're just they're messy, etc., etc. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to be that she's going to play with a footballer, probably not settle down with a footballer, right? Later on, she admits to the fact that obviously as well that she finds Chase super attractive. And I was like, wait, sis, but weren't you just doing the most a minute ago? Listen to this.
Hold on. Listen. Football players, athletes are the most faithful dudes, you know what I'm saying?
No, they're not. They're honest. Oh, my God.
You speak.
I just want to replay that point again. So just watching that, right? She's saying that she's about to say that she's not involved with football players. He's a football player from Canada. Okay, this is very important. She's about to say something, but do the absolute opposite of that. Okay, all right. Now you can't help who you're attracted to. It is what it is. Okay, but she's about to admit to the girls in lieu how she feels about Chase.
They're big.
The Carly situation is going to come down to whoever addresses it first.
I think at this point, Chase is absolutely my biggest threat to Carly. You know, I can be the nice guy and I can just concede it to Chase and say, do you know what?
So now we know the boys have admitted to themselves who they like, right? Chase and Nathan are both admitting they're going to go after Carly, whoever's going to get it first, yada, yada, right? Now, she's about to have a conversation with the girls about how she sees who she likes. Now, there might have been some creative editing around this as well and made sure that they didn't mention the other person's name, but she makes it very clear who she finds attractive.
About his shoes.
Chase has a personality that I gravitate towards.
Like, he would be a guy that I go for, but I feel like I was just being sassy to him
A little bit. But
I was, you heard it. The guy that caught my eye the most is Chase. Like, his calves are like the size of my freaking thigh.
Now, the reason why she likes Chase, okay, all right, is because she wants him to throw her around. She's got a lot of sexual tension with Chase that she doesn't mention with Nathan. She likes Nathan's aggressiveness in terms of trying to get a kiss and stuff like that, but she never describes Nathan in the sexual manner that she does with Chase, which leads to them obviously being sexual. Like, listen, like if I take you to this conversation, she's the one that's initiating this sexual conversation, you know. She doesn't waste time. Like, she gets straight on it. Listen to this.
I want to know what are the rules of the game.
I think it's gonna be so weird to bang in front of you, though. Not saying that we're going to bang, but I'm just saying.
She immediately opened up sexual talks with Chase in an instant. So whilst Nathan was doing the whole I'm a stripper, okay, I'm a strip on you, Chase took her aside and had a conversation, and before he knew it, my girl's already spraying bars about sex conversations. So where does she lie? She lies with Chase. But whether she marries Chase or whether she dates Chase is another kind of story. But who she finds super attractive is always going to be who? It's always going to be Chase. Right? But listen, if you listen to why, listen, it's fun. Just listen.
Just because you get going and you're really like, loud.
Is that how you do it? Like a jackrabbit?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Like,
I just want you to throw me around.
Reading between the
Listen to what she said. I want you to throw me around. Now, listen, Nathan is a big guy too. He's not a small guy, but she's seeing Chase as the bigger guy who can throw her around. Her fantasies with Chase are sexual. They're not in no lieu of being relationship wise. She just wants good sex. That is the reason why she's involved with Chase. Right, as far as we can tell right now, we're not seeing anything of a nature where it's about the person wanting to be able to like you. No, it's about the sexual part. That's it. That really be it. That really be it. So yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna see Chase and Nathan battle. And then we're going to see Chase get action, but her to gravitate towards Nathan because Nathan probably will end up conceding and taking her on later on. That's my sentiment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not beefing Carly. At the end of the day, she can do what she needs to do. She's a person that likes to be able to flirt and have fun. I'm not beefing her on that. You know what I'm saying? Let her be the way she wants to be. You know what I'm saying? It's the boys who have to make up their minds and make sense and go, actually, is this something that we actually want to be doing and chasing, right? Chase don't mind. Chase is getting the action, bro. Chase is getting the action. You understand? Right? But it's going to be interesting, like I said, when there's no FAP, what they're going to do, right? Because Melinda likes Chase as well, and a couple of girls like Chase as well. Chase is going to have a lot of suitors, and we're going to see how it's going to play out with Carly. Maybe Carly just wants to get in early. Who knows? But for now, what I'm seeing with Chase, Nathan, and Carly, and Chase described himself as an alpha male, and I was like, okay, I hear you. I don't know if that's true, because when you have to say you're alpha, you ain't really alpha. But all I'm going to say is, watch out for this threesome right now and see where it goes to in the later episodes. I appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. We're going to see you in episode 2. Appreciate it. Hey, leave a